Hello everyone, Revan here, and welcome back to AstroBlock 2, Episode 3, where today we're going to start working towards our first spaceship. So sit back, enjoy the video, and let's see what we can't get done. Right, so I said we're going to work towards a spaceship, and first we're going to have a little bit of a seizure here. Okay, now that we're done with that. We're going to work towards a spaceship, but I highly doubt we're going to get anywhere close to it. Main reason being there's going to be a lot of things and stuff that we need to do in order to get to that first rocket. So obviously, we're going to need to find some more schematics. In between episodes, I have gone on a bit of a walkabout, and when I say a bit, I spent a lot of time out in space. And let's see, we have 3 schematics now, so we should be able to purchase, I think there's 5 total, so we should be able to purchase the other 2. And before we build, we need to make a room for the NASA workbench. So in between episodes, I did a little bit of expanding. I put some sealable aluminum wire around it here, as well as some oxygen sealers. I also, you won't really be able to see it, but I added 3 more of the oxygen collectors in here. So I think we have a total of 4 or 5 going on right now. I don't really remember. And then I made this area down here, for our storage area. So obviously I have nowhere near enough diamonds or resources to fill this place with chests, but we have it set up so as we need to put more chests down, we can. These are going to be a bit redundant in the corner, I'm just now realizing, but whatever. And then I also started a little bit of a farm. Really, I'm just growing a little bit of sugarcane and some carrots. We don't need anything right now, but later on when we need to make our own food, I think the dehydrated carrots actually give us the best nutritional value for the dehydrated food. So that's kind of what we're going to go for. And then obviously I just have a water block behind there. So that's what I've done in between episodes, other than collecting all the resources. If you remember last time, this whole waypoint thing was filled up. I went to pretty much all of them and started, digging everything up. So one of the first things I want to work towards in this episode is somewhat automating some sort of ore duping / processing system. So for that, we're going to need some sort of crusher and a redstone furnace of some sort. So I'm thinking thermal is probably going to be our best bet. So let's see if we have the ability to make this stuff. All right, thermal, as soon as I can spell correctly here, we need a redstone furnace. We'll toss that on there. And we're going to need a pulverizer. I'm not sure if all the ores are going to be able to be handled by this pulverizer, but I think for the most part, they should be able to. Piston, we can make you. I'm going to have to get used to my mouse here. Do we have to make this, or can't we just block a flint? All right, gravel. There we go. I was playing a little bit of COD the other day, and so my sensitivity was way up. So that didn't work out well. Really, we have no gravel. I could have swore we made some gravel. Cobblestone. Yeah, you'll do. We don't need a whole lot. All right. Thankfully, these things are a lot faster than the standard ones. All right. We have some flint, and we're going to need a machine frame. So we're going to need probably at least 2 of these aluminum gears. Actually, we're going to need 2 more. And we should have the wafer, so we can just make this basic machine frame. Let's just make 2 of them right away. And we can pull out our pulverizer, and then the redstone furnace. We're going to need to break down some clay here. So we should have a little bit in here. All right, now setting this up, I'm thinking I'm just going to have the pulverizer here. We'll have a hopper or something like that leading into it with the diamond chest on top. So when we're out and about, we can just toss stuff in, come back, toss stuff into the chest, and then have the redstone furnace right there. And then we can just pump items out of the redstone furnace and seal that back up. So we're gonna have to grab some more tin blocks, which is gonna make the outside of our building a little bit ugly. There we go. And that should allow us to seal back up here. So we can just toss you there and you there, and we'll lead you down. And then we can just dig this out for now. And we might need to adjust this as well. Yes, we are. It's not pretty, but it should work. Let me just verify that our seal is good here. Yep, we're still good on the seal. And then we can we'll run a piece of cabling down here. I'm thinking that we're going to have to use the opaque item duct. So mainly because of the fact that we don't have the glass for it yet. So it acts, as far as I know, it acts the same. It's just one is clear and one is not. All right, we'll just run you all the way over here, and then we can bring you up and we can just cover all of this stuff up like that. They do have ME conduits for for these type of blocks. I wish they had them for the storage link cables. Yeah, it doesn't look like we can make them for those guys, but meh. All right, where's our thermal and our servo? I think, yeah, we don't have Invar yet, so we're just gonna have to do with the basic servo. But again, this is gonna be base tier stuff, so I'm not worried about how fast it moves. Also, because we don't have the power to really worry about having this thing running 24/7, like, you know, completely modded out here. Hello. All right, let's see if we can't make us our bricks. We have 4 bricks, and what was it? We needed a redstone furnace, so we're gonna need a couple of copper gears, and we're gonna need one of these redstone reception coils. And can we make you? Yes, we can. All right, so let's grab you and toss you there along with that doohickey, and you don't need to be attached to that. However, you do need to go there, and we're gonna say always on. And then this configuration, we want to turn you off. I guess we can turn you off for now. Can we not take from the front? We're gonna have to test that out. But the side is gonna be input here. And then this one we're gonna output on the side and input from the top. I can never remember if I think this is the back here. So we can turn that off. But these guys are full of power. Now let's just grab a hopper. Toss. Hello? Hello? Why did you go that way? There we go. And can we make another diamond chest? We should have enough stuff left. Let's make an iron. Oh, it's a silver chest. A gold, and let's do diamond. Toss you on there. And then this stuff we can toss back in, and then just say ore. So we have some iron, tin, silver, and we'll just fill this guy up over here and just kind of monitor it to make sure everything is working correctly. And that should be our first like ore doubling system that we have in this pack. Hopefully it doesn't suck up all of our energy. I did find a few more of the solar panels, but I still have a long way to go. So right now each one of them should be making 43 RF a tick. So 43 times 6 is what, 258, something like that. And then those guys down there, which are doing I think like 20 or something like that a piece, so almost 300 RF a tick. The only problem is the oxygen collectors. These guys right here, I think they take like 100 some RF a tick right off the just for these guys to work full time. So kind of one of the reasons why I have multiple of these guys, so that, you know, even if they're not running at full power, there's enough of them to supply us with a good old oxygen, and you guys aren't being used anymore, so you go bye-bye. All right, so let's just make sure everything is working properly. Yes, sealed. Come downstairs. Oh, that flashed for a second there. It scared me, because I think if this unseals, then we could possibly lose the crops in the water. So I don't want that to happen. Ugh, I just can't get comfortable tonight in my chair. I need a better gaming chair so I can get better. All right, so things that, let's see what things that we've done. I did find a mutant scientist in the lab. I think it was only the second lab that I found, and that one actually spawned in with a mutant scientist. So it wasn't the mad scientist, so it is different. Previously in the beta, there was just 2 mutant scientists. Now it's a mutant and a mad scientist. So if you run into an issue like I did where there wasn't a mutant scientist, you just look for another one. Look for another station. Surprisingly, we've killed more alien bugs, but not before I actually found a wrecked cargo ship. Shouldn't say before I found, but before I actually collected that block. We did end up producing some oil. We got some lava, some oil here, and a couple things of water. I've just been kind of letting this run. So we have some fragmented carbon and a little duplication, if you saw that there. Hopefully that'll be fixed soon. Not going to point it out. It's not very useful, but, you know, it is technically a dupe. All right, let's just make sure that everything is flowing out of here. So this isn't moving, so either tin is not in here. Nope, tin is in there, so we can't actually take out of the front. So what we're gonna have to do is take you out and you out, and then we're gonna lose our seal. Oh well, we'll just go like this and make a little bit of a roundabout here. Is that gonna kill us? Yeah, probably will. All right, it's gonna bug me a little bit because the ship's not gonna be symmetrical on the outside, but I'll learn to live with it. And then we'll just take you, and we can take you off, and then boom, boom. Where did you go? Turn you on and come back to the configurations and now say output on that side. Yep, so that'll output all of our blocks. Like I said, we're still gonna have to monitor it because I'm not 100% sure we have all of the ingots actually in this already. And I am trying to save room for the other things that we find out and about, because I know there are going to be more plates and more ores and stuff like that. So I don't want this to completely fill up. That's why I'm trying to use it kind of sparingly. Only stuff that I'm gonna either have a lot of, or yeah, just stuff that I get lazy and put in there is probably what it's gonna be. All right, so before we go anywhere, you know, I know last episode I mentioned that I'm not a huge fan of this spacesuit, but we are gonna have to make it. It will come in handy when we're exploring, because these do give a little bit of pressure protection, and they give some radiation protection as well. So wearing this, we should take less radiation damage and stuff like that. I will end up eventually, you know, making a jetpack and probably not using the chest piece just because. But we'll see. I might go for the tier 1 jetpack. It was horrible. In AstroBlock 1, like the amount of energy that it consumed as opposed to like an iron jetpack was ridiculous, and it was even worse. But let's add these guys on to see if we can't actually start making some of the pieces from them. So let's see here. Unprepared space helmet. We're gonna need aluminum. So let's grab you. And can we just make all the unprepared pieces Legos? this, and we should just be able to pop those out like that. So now I think we should have all of the unprepared items, and then the rest is going to be these pressure layers, which we're going to need what, 6, 12, blah blah blah, 18, 24 of these guys here. So we're going to need wool cloth, and so we're gonna need a lot of string for that. And was there any way to make string? I forget. It was just cobweb and that. So universal recycler will give me string, obviously, but it's not a lot, and we don't have a lot of room for water. So I suppose we can grab some leaves over here, just because I don't believe I have too much string. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough string for 24 of those guys. So let's see what we can do. We don't have any wool. We can get a stack of wool, and that'll get us 2 stacks of the wool cloth. Then oxygen concentrators. Don't think we found 48 of these out in the world, but let's see how far we can get. 21. So we're actually short on wool, which I think we should have enough string to make some more. Let's see if this will be enough, because we only need 3 more. We're gonna need a little bit more. I think 1 more. But yeah, we have to be mindful of our string until we get our jetpack, because we do need to use the grappling hook. Okay, I thought I ran out. I was like, I can't run out already. I'm so close. All right, so we have 24 of these bad boys, and then we're gonna need these armor leggings, which is just gonna be aluminum inside of a compressor, and we're gonna need 8 of them. So we're gonna need 32 of the aluminum. All right, we'll let those guys run. I want to keep this stuff in my inventory because I want to test out. I'm gonna put like enough for one of them in, just to make sure that it'll read everything in the recipe, because sometimes these systems don't necessarily always read the components correctly. Then the other thing we're gonna have to worry about is these guys are gonna take a lot of RF a piece. All right, so in the meantime, what am I looking at here? I want to look to upgrade my thermal gear, because that's another thing that we're going to need. I think we need to get up to level 3 in order to get to mercury. If I remember correctly from the beta, I got there with the level 2, and it just it didn't do me any good. I was still pretty much dying before we even landed on the planet. So this guy is just my thermal padding with a dash ingot. So let's see. Should just be able to take that off and then say you, and you. And then what is tier 3? That's cobalt. 1. This is so much fun. 2, and wow. I don't think we can do level 4 yet. Yeah, we haven't found dolomite yet. I think dolomite is, I think it's one of the first planets, so if I'm not mistaken, but I might be. All right, you guys done? Yes, you are. We can turn you off. All right, let's do we did the helmet, right? Yeah, let's do the helmet. Yeah, see, we put 6 of these guys in, but it didn't register all of them, so yep, see, it took from my inventory instead of inside there. And why? Tier 1 armor, pressure. Oh, these are pressure and radiation. Oh boy. And what did I get? I have all pressures. Well, I screwed up on making stuff here. So what do we need for the radiation layers? Ooh, we're gonna need more wool cloth. Hopefully we have enough. We don't. We don't have. We have no drag. And I don't have any string in here. All right, well, I'm gonna have to let these guys run for a while and stock up on water, I guess. And yeah, so I'll be right back as soon as I get more string handy. All right, one thing I want to try is if I toss this in the deconstructor, will it give me the cloth back? No, it gives me plates, and plates weren't even in the recipe. All right, I think we have enough of this wool cloth. Let's see, we need lead and wool cloth. So I toss you in there. How much do I get? 10. So we're gonna be 2 shy. So we just gotta wait for a little bit more string, but I think we should be able to make some of our gear here. It's weird that it comes fully charged. I don't think that's supposed to be a thing. All right, so we just, yeah, we need 2 more of those guys, which means, how are we doing over here? 16. We should have just enough here. Yep, there we go. We got 3. What are we missing? The bootsies. Oh, that's weird. Okay. So that actually, okay, so it doesn't come fully charged. It comes out of the crafting unit fully charged and then dissipates as soon as you put it in your inventory. So I wonder if we took it and just tossed it up into this, if it would retain its charge. But I'm not gonna go through the crafting of all that stuff. Let's test something. All right, so our wireless charger will charge us up here. How do I have to? Okay. I was like, why do I have 2 of these? Is this a bauble? Nope. Wonder if we can get any baubles that have night vision. All right, what about tech guns? So that'll give us night vision as long as we have a battery on us. Let's toss that. I think we have some batteries on us actually. Grab you and you and you. These all should charge as well. That way we can just toss those guys in there, and when we want to go out and about, we can utilize that and we'll have night vision. But as of right now, we actually have a little bit of protection. So this will slow down our radiation damage, or I should say radiation intake, act as armor and reduce some of the pressure. Not a lot. I'm not really sure how much it suppresses, but I don't think we're gonna really get to pressure until we get some of the later planets out there. Are you done? We need to get rid of the secondary output as well. So we'll see if this works. I'm not sure if I configured it correctly. I always get a little bit confused with these guys and how they actually take power out. If this doesn't work, I'll probably just have to put a hopper underneath and a chest here, and then just lead the power out from it. But we'll see. All right, so the next thing I want us to do is us to make a tier 1 jetpack, and we're gonna need heavy rocket engines for that, which I don't know if I want to make this. I really don't. I just feel like it's gonna be all right. You know what, we'll see if we can do this. All right, let's cross our fingers and hope this is not just a huge power suck here like it was before. All right, so you see how this has 32 or 31,000 RF. Previously, when I played the first pack, if I were literally just to jump, it would take off like 4,000. So nope, that seems to do decent. Might just be because it's space, but yeah, I think I can live with that, especially for traversing in space. So let's just power it back up, and then we'll keep our grapple on us just in case. But that's completed. The advanced solar panels, I'm in no real rush in order to make. Even when I get up to the advanced solar panel, it's really not going to produce nearly what that we can find. So we'll kind of make these as we go, but I'm in no real hurry to get that done. The chemical laboratory, we can add you to the list here. Let me just see what this is. Fluid tanks, glass bottles, everything we should be able to make. Let's see, 2 fluid tanks, and that should be it, right? Yep, we got this guy. And for now, you can go there. Don't really, it's for making anti-rad and stuff like that, but so far we really haven't had to worry about it. And now that we have our spacesuit, it'll be a little bit better. But once we start getting into like at least the second tier planets, our radiation consumption is going to spike, and you know, having anti-rads on us is going to be pretty important. But we can do this and collect a little bit more cash. Wow, a whopping 15 coins. Ugh. And the hazmat suits, I'm not really sure what we need these for. The only thing I can think of is some of the planets are going to have some just stupidly high radiation. So yeah, we're going to see about that. All right, so now we need to get into the refinery so that we can start making fuel for our rockets. So let's toss this guy on the list, and we can take some of this stuff off. Pulverizer, we can take you off. Recycler, oxygen fan, wafers, collector, drawer. Yeah, we definitely don't need a recipe for lead. Sometimes you ever wonder how some of those things get up there, because you're like, what did I do in order to get you on my list of things? All right, so we have our refinery, and we're kind of running out of space here. You know what, I think that's a good spot for a refinery, don't you? It's not blocking anything. It's not out like it's in the middle of nowhere. Just kind of where it is. Now you go. So what does this push out then? Huh. Maybe this is a fluid intake? It could be. Could be why it's slightly different color. All right. Down to the comments. What color is this? Got it? All right. Let me know, because it looks like poop brown to me. And that one looks like black. All right, now in order to make this, we're going to need to grab some of our oil, which I think we should just be able to pop in there. There we go. And we can toss you back in here for now. So that should run. It will refine us into some fuel. And we use the fuel to put in the rocket to go into outer space and hope that we don't go boom boom like we usually do when we go to a planet. All right, so the other thing we need to do is the assembly machine, because that's what we're going to actually need in order to build a bunch of the pieces that we need for the rockets. So where are we looking at for this? We need a compressor and a circuit fabricator. I swear, people who add stone buttons to the recipe are just sadistic people. They're like, what can we add that really isn't, you know, anything troublesome for people to go out and find, but at the same point in time isn't a basic item. It's something that they're going to have to craft before they can actually use it. Yeah, those are the people, you know, who put stone buttons in here. I mean, you already made me make the stone. Why are you going all out to make me make the stone into a button? One of these days. Yeah, circuit fabricator. Then we need a crafting table. Go like you, and then we should have everything that we need for the assembly. And you, for right now, we're gonna put you right there. All right. So we have our assembly machine. And Spacesuit Galaxy. I don't know what this does. I made this in the beta, and from what I could tell, it really didn't do anything. But that's one of the next things on our list. But for this, we're gonna need the SDHC alloy, which is kind of a pain to get into. And then we can make a space shuttle, huh? Basic thrusters. I'm assuming that's just for zipping around the asteroids and everything like that. All right, what about our rockets? We've got our first thing into rocketry. And we have the rocket parts, which we need to make inside of the NASA workbench. Let's get all these guys. Remember how remember when I said before that these little guys, which were on the side of the stations, the space stations, were used in some of the recipes? Well, there they are. And as you can see, they each take a tier 1 rocket engine, advanced wafer, filled fuel canister, and a bunch of other stuff. So they're kind of a pain to make. So if you can find them in the world for free, awesome sauce. That's exactly what I have to say about that. All right, so normal thing. We have to unlock all of the schematics. There we go. And we're going to have to find, what is it? 2 more? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 2 more of the schematics, which means we're gonna have to take our Enderium and our blank schematics here over to the lab to unlock the last 2. So I'm gonna go on a little bit of a journey. Let me make sure that I grab some string before I go, since I, you know, this stuff duplicates as well. That's weird. Toss you up in there, but yeah. I'm going to go on a little bit of journey to the closest lab, which that one is 600 something away. And I know the other one is super far away. So let's make a pickaxe before we go, and then we will head out there. So we have the body, the engine, and the booster. So we're going to need the nose cone, which we can just take from here. And the rocket vane. That should be all of the schematics that we need. And then do we want to buy some tritanium? I'm not really sure what we're going to need tritanium for. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like the tritanium is solely going to be for matter overdrive. I don't think there's anything that we actually need tritanium for, like, right now. I just get a health bar, but so I mean, if anything, we could buy one of these guys, but we still don't really have enough power at this, so I think I'm good with the pistol for now. All right, let's toss these last 2 schematics in here. We have our nose cone. Let me just make sure that that registered. Booster, rocket engine, body, nose cone. And the reason I'm saying I want to make sure that it registers is I put the heavy booster in here before, and I had to come back because it wasn't actually in there. So durable rocket vanes. We have unlocked all of the pieces that we're going to need in order to build our first rocket. So let's see, we're going to need how many of each thing again? If I can push the correct button. We're going to need 2 of these durable rocket vanes, which are going to be all heavy duty tier 3. And we only have 52 of those. So let's see. I know we can make the rocket vanes, but we're probably going to have to start crafting up some more of this stuff here. Oh, that's a weird little animation that it gives now. It didn't used to do that. All right, so we have these guys complete. And then we're going to need the rocket engines, which are a lot more advanced. We might have to go back and do some of these filled fuel canisters too, trade wise. Either that, actually, we can probably use it from here. Just set this guy up real quick. Let's just take you and then toss you up there, and then toss it in. All right, so yeah, now we should have our fuel. So let's just grab a bucket so we can complete this quest here. All right, we have our fuel. We have our 2 nose cones. Let's grab another chest just so that we can put our rocket pieces in this guy, because we're going to have to assemble it over here, I believe. Completely what I wanted to do right there. And then let's see about if we can actually make this thing, but I don't think... This is going to be a lot of crafting, and it's going to take a lot of time. So yeah, I think we're going to have to save that for next episode. Let's just collect these guys here. Oh yeah, I knew there was a schematic quest. I just couldn't find it. ended up having to come back just to come back and rewatch the footage to see which schematics I actually had there. All right, and another 5. Man, we're raking in all the dough. How much we got? 3,000. I really kind of want to buy one of these guns. 8. The Scar is just so much money. 12. You know what? We're gonna splurge. We'll buy the Scar. We'll buy. Ooh, not 100. 10 of those guys, and let's buy. Ooh, we don't have enough money for that. 100 rounds. So how much money are we left with now? Only 700. Only 750. Are these guys still just the? Yep. Come over here, and we can put the rest of this stuff in here. As well as this. We'll take this out, and we'll take that out just so that we have these. Actually, no. I'm wondering if it's just going to kick the magazines out into my inventory instead of keeping them in there. So yeah, now we're doing pretty good. Does this have a... Ooh, it does have a scope. See what this thing does. What, $10 pretty much every shot? Oh well, we'll save this for when we actually get to the big bad boss. Toss you over there. And how do we already have an empty magazine? All right, well, now that we're all geared up, and I want to check something out. Oh, that's the jetpack. I thought the rifle was on my back. I was about to get excited. But we're gonna have to call it an episode there, guys. In between here and the next episode, I am going to start the long and arduous journey of leveling up our plates and making all that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of grinding, which is always fun. But as always, if you enjoyed the episode, please remember to hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, because I am now in a spacesuit and people in spacesuits need thumbs ups, because I don't have any thumbs anymore. But yep. Till next time, guys, stay safe, be awesome, and we'll see you guys next time.